Hello students, let us study about conditional and biconditional statements here. Conditional statement. If two simple statements P and Q are connected by the group of words if then the resulting compound statement if P then Q is called a conditional statement. Note down the symbolic form for the conditional statement, that is if P then Q. You can also read it as P implies Q. For example, let P, there is rain, and Q, the match will be cancelled. Then the conditional, that is if P then Q, is if there is rain, then the match will be cancelled. Now the truth table for a conditional statement. As usual, you can see there are three columns, P, Q and P implies Q. If P is true and Q is true, P implies Q is true. If P is true but Q is false, then P implies Q is false. If P is false and Q is true, then P implies Q is true. And if P is false and Q is false, then P implies Q is true. Now as you can see, in the first three cases, the truth value of P implies Q depends upon the truth value of Q. If Q is true, then if P then Q is true. If Q is false, then if P then Q is false. Only in the last case, when both the statements are false, does the implication become true. Now what you can do is, you can form examples in your mind and understand the truth table properly. Conditional statements can also be written in the following manner using the following words. Remember, all these mean the same thing, that is if P then Q. Say P is sufficient for Q, or Q is necessary for P, P implies Q, Q follows from P, or P only if Q. All these mean one and the same thing, that is if P then Q. Now in an if-then statement, the part which comes after the word if is called hypothesis, and the part which comes after the word then is called conclusion. For example, if I say, if you study, then you will pass. Now which part is a hypothesis over here? Correct. The part which comes after if, that is you study. And which part is a conclusion? The part which comes after then, that is you will pass. Now in the given cartoon, a conditional statement is given. You can form it in your own mind and decide which is the hypothesis and which is the conclusion. Next, biconditional. If two statements P and Q are connected by the group of words if and only if, then the resulting compound statement is read as P if and only if Q, and this is called as biconditional. Note down the symbolic form of P if and only if Q. For example, P, milk is white. Q, the sky is blue. We write the biconditional P if and only if Q as milk is white if and only if the sky is blue. Now the truth table for a biconditional statement. If P is true, Q is true. P if and only if Q is true. If P is true, Q is false. Then P if and only if Q is false. If P is false and Q is true, then P if and only if Q is false. If P is false and Q is false, if both are false, then the resulting biconditional is true. These are the ways in which a biconditional statement P if and only if Q can also be read. We can also read the same statement as Q if and only if P. P is necessary and sufficient for Q. Q is necessary and sufficient for P. P implies Q and Q implies P. P implies and is implied by Q. Now that we have studied all the connectives, we have studied about conjunction and disjunction or negation, not, conditional, if, then, and a biconditional, that is if and only if. We can relate each of the compound statements to the corresponding sets in set theory. Now here in the following table, the compound statement and the corresponding set is given. Negation implies complement of a set. It is the same as complement of a set in set theory. Disjunction means union of two sets, or means union of two sets, as you must be knowing from last year. Conjunction means intersection of two sets, and means intersection. Conditional means subset of a set, and biconditional means equality of two sets. We will be applying these relations when we do certain sums further on in the lesson. We are going to solve some sums. Write the following statements in symbolic form. The first one, if triangle is equilateral, then it is equiangular. Now the solution, as usual, let P, the triangle, is equilateral, and Q, it is equiangular. Just note down that we do not include if in the statement P. That is, the word if is not included in P. Similarly, the word then is not included in Q. Okay, so P triangle is equilateral and Q, it is equiangular. Then the symbolic form can be written as if P then Q. P implies Q, as you can see in the symbolic form. The second one, it is not true that I is a real number. Actually, this is just a simple statement. So we just write P, I is a real number. Then the symbolic form becomes not P. So the question is, it is not true. So if P is true, then not true becomes not P. So the answer becomes not P. I hope you understood this question. In the third question, even though it is not cloudy, it is still raining. Now even though is the same as and in logic. So we just write down P and Q and join them by a conjunction. So P, it is not cloudy. Q, it is still raining. So symbolic form becomes P and Q. The fourth one is a clear-cut biconditional. Why so? Because the word if and only if, the words if and only if are used over here. So the question is, milk is white if and only if the sky is not blue. So let P, milk is white, and Q, the sky is not blue. The symbolic form is clearly P if and only if Q. The same way, just like the fourth sum, you can do the fifth and sixth sum as an assignment. Now further, the homework is learn the truth tables for conditional and biconditional statements. Now students, if I was taking an offline lecture, what was my usual procedure was that I would make the students to learn the truth tables by heart, all the 4 truth tables, and ask them to give it to me orally. Now what you can do, knowing the conditions here, what you can do is that you can learn all the 4 or 5 truth tables which are given to you all and ask either your parents or your brothers, sisters or somebody to take an oral test. You can give it to them orally and thus make the truth tables by heart, without which you cannot solve the other sums easily. This is an assignment for you to be done in your notebooks. Wherever doubts arise, you can always contact me personally through WhatsApp and ask your doubts and get them clarified. Now, in the next lecture, we will be dealing with sums based on connectives. More sums are based on connectives, which usually are given in the exam time. Till then, students, stay safe, stay healthy, and keep practicing. Bye.